Good morning. You find me in the Fisherfields today. Well, the beginning of it. I'm just about to take in the path that goes past Ancelli to Shinapalbothy. Been cycling a bit, so I'm a bit out of breath, but so I thought I'd take the bike to ease up some of the trail in and then the trail out. It appears that I'm not very fit on a bike. The path is really rocky as well, so it makes it a bit difficult, but hopefully all this up will serve us when I'm coming back down tomorrow. So the plan is to head into Fisherfields and camp on Ivagin. I've got to get there first, so I've got my camping gear with me, so fingers crossed I can get there and then rear-stack more, I think it is, and then head out tomorrow morning, back to the car. The mids were relentless by the car this morning, really bad, but anyway, it seems to be clearing. There's a bit of fog just now, but it's all low level stuff I've been driving past this morning, so hopefully it clears. At least the tops are clear of it, and hopefully the dreaded mids are not up there either. I'll catch you. The views have started to open up. I just had to walk up that path. If anyone's done this before, there's a herd of cows in here. I had to walk past all them, and right at the end, mostly mothers and their calves, and right at the end was the bull, and you know how you can tell it's the bull. Flip me, it was huge, and it was right on the right hand side of the path as I was walking up, and it's not enjoyable. It's not very threatening about that big bull staring at you. Even the mothers and the calves, to be honest, but they were very docile, just let me walk past. I guess they must be used to people coming up and down here. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you a quick update. Pushing the cycle. Alright, I'm nearly at the point where I'll be dropping the bike, just at a little woods down there, a little bit of trees. That's where I'm going to drop the bike and then forward across the river. It doesn't look very high, and it looks like there's a few bits of banks. It should be easy enough to get across, and then I'll be heading up this way. I can start to see some of the Munros and the Corbett that I'm going to be taking in. We'll just see. I had planned to maybe do the Corbett, it just depends on time and how I'm feeling. I do have the heavier pack today, which I don't always do brilliantly with. The bike's been a great help since I got the top. I think it's going to be a double-edged sword. I had to push the bike a lot of the way up here, and then when I got to the top, I've been able to zoom down this dead fast. But the same thing tomorrow when I come out, I'm going to be able to I don't have to push the bike loads to get up to the top of here. Once I'm up the top, it's going to be brilliant. I'll be able to fly back down. It's just going to be a big effort and for a little bit of a reward, and I guess that's the same how it's been today getting in, but it has been nice this last kind of like 10-15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, with a cool breeze and not having to do very much, to be honest, just kind of sitting pulling the brakes a bit. But anyway, I'll catch you back up when I'm down there, maybe forwarding, and I'll do a bit more filming to camera, bits to camera when I'm actually on my way up. Hopefully the ascent isn't too arduous, but from what I know of this area, I'm expecting that it will be. Ancelli is looking nice. I'm liking the low-lying clouds. They kind of just disappeared just as I took the camera out from here. Right, I've just dropped my bike off in a little woodland. Somebody else is camping over there. I met somebody as I was walking in and saying this is the spot that people often camp at if they're going to do a round during the day. So they'll get in here dead early, pitch the tent, stick the gear in there, and then try and do the round of the Fisherfield round in one day and get back to the tent, camp, and then cycle or hike out again the next day. It's not a bad idea. I just kind of want to see if I can get that. The views from the top of Ivagin. Do like a summit camp. just a lot of effort. That might change as I get older. I might decide that I fancy doing what they've done, leaving the tent and all the gear lower down, so I'm carrying less, because I certainly make better time when I'm carrying less. But my pack's not too heavy today. I've tried to cut down the things that I don't need, and I'm just going to take the essentials. So fingers crossed this pack's not too heavy. I've got quite a bit of water with me, and that'll go. I can replenish it with the water filter, and that'll go down during the day, and also the meals as I eat them will take a bit of weight off as well. Take an extra just in case. It's always a good idea just to take a bit extra. Anyway, I'm going to try and find out where I'm supposed to be going. I think I've got a ford over here, and then start making my way up. Looks like a big one, doesn't it? I'm currently walking along the river, stream, just trying to find a spot which looks best to ford. I think it gets narrower and more bouldery up there, so fingers crossed that I can get across there and then start heading up. Yeah, it's quite wet around here underfoot. But all the books and the videos I've seen all warn of that, so I'm not surprised. I reckon it's going to be fairly rough, pathless terrain to get up. I see, I don't know if I see anything that looks like a path. I see a couple of scores in the ground, but that just could be animal tracks. Yeah, we'll see. But this place looks pretty good, so I'll see if I can make my way across these ones here, I think. Yeah, I think I'll get the poles out, try and make this a bit easier. I think I'm going to try and get across this bit here. Might get a little wet, we'll see. See how this goes. I've just stopped for a little break. I don't know if I said, but I've cut out the core bit, which is just over there. Look at these views. What a day. It is absolutely boiling. There's hardly any wind. I don't even know what degrees it is, but it's hot. So I'm heading here to, there's a Belach, and it's got a couple of lock-ins there, so I'll get there about lunchtime, and then have a bite to eat, then head up Scuban, and then head off to the second one, which is really close thankfully, but it looks like it's quite a little bit of a dip and then a pool, and it all looks quite rocky and rough ground, but I'm glad that they're close together, so I'll bag them too and then make my way around to Ben Tarson. I've had to stop now and again. I really don't like carrying a heavy pack, and I've taken on more water. There was a good stream, so I filtered some more water. I've drunk about 1.5 litres already, just because it's so warm. I just want to make sure I stay hydrated and don't get any like heat exhaustion or sunburn or anything like that. So I've been lathering on sun cream and wearing my hat. One of the other good things I've been doing, and it's something I saw Murray from Scotland's Mountains on YouTube doing, is dipping his hat. So I think he dips his buff in, but I've been dipping my hat in the water, putting it on my head, dripping wet, and it's been really cooling me down. So next time I see a nice bit of water, I'll be doing that. But yeah, just stopped, took on a little bit more water. About to throw the pack on again and crack on over there. It is pathless, it is rough, and it's just making things slow. I know there's faint paths as you go up the Munros, so hopefully I'll pick up one of them and it'll make things a bit easier. It always slows you down a little, this heather bashing. Anyway, I better crack on. I'll give you a little view of Anchelic in the background. It's a bit hazy, but it's lovely. I'll catch up with you. So I'm finally at the Belach between the Corbett and the Munro. That was brutal. With this heavy pack and the heat It is just sapping all my energy. Close to drinking the second litre now. There's a bit of a lock in here. I'm hoping there's fresh water running into it. It's not just stagnant. And I'll fill up. Again. Right, that's the lunch break over. I've refilled my water. The water wasn't too bad. Just be careful, there was a few tadpoles, but other than that, it was fine. So now it's, I might skirt around the edge of there and head up. The ascent up is so bouldery. My calves are burning. Look at these views. I know I've shown you them before, but they keep getting better as the higher I get. Only about 150 metres of ascent left. I can't wait. And there's a breeze, finally a breeze. It's just been baking down there. It's been really nice just to have the breeze on my head. I forgot my normal hiking hat, and that one breathes. The material is breathable, it wicks sweat, and all I had was my holiday hat, and just doesn't do any of that. It just bakes. But I can't keep my head uncovered either because I'll get burnt. So let's try and take it off and let the breeze cool it now and again. There's no water up here, so the last time I did it was down at that little lock-in down there. Dipped the hat in, cooled the head off a bit. That seems a long time ago. I was down there having lunch. But it shouldn't be too much longer and I'll be up at the top. And then I'm just going to take 5 and then I'm going to crack on to the second one. I want to try and make good time. I'm thinking I can get over to Avagin by about 7 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock tonight. Then I'll set up my tent, have dinner, and hopefully get a time lapse of the sun setting, which would be nice. But I had too much sweat in my eyes. Anyway, I'll catch up. I can tell you, that is a beautiful sight. I am absolutely puzzled, knackered, cream crackered, exhausted. I know that's why that's a skewer. That is a pointy, steep Munro. Oh, I'm glad it's flattened on the top. I've been drinking so much water, trying to stay hydrated. There's a nice breeze now, which is just gently cooling things down. I stop here, take on some water, have 5 minutes sat down, hopefully there's somewhere decent to sit, and taking some views, and then head on to number 2. I just have to check what it's called. So here we go. Yeah, climb up with us. Oh, Munro, 130. You have not been kind. So that's where I'm heading. That's Avagin to camp, hopefully. So I need to get making moves onto the second one there, which is the biggest of the 5, and then drop down to Ben Tarson. It's just poking out there, I think. Look at Sleoch in the background, looking gorgeous. Look at these views. So I'm just coming down off Scoban, and we met with the ascent up Mulach Corrie Mich Fairchair, probably butchering that, but hey. And it looks incredibly steep. That path looks ridiculous. Not even sure how to get to that path. Anyway, figure out. And then it's to the right, that's Ben Tarson, and you can see the tennis court, flat bit there, and then it's across to Avagin. So hopefully I'm still on track to get over there for this evening, so I can camp there. So the pull up the second Munro is no joke. This is the path I'm up. I wouldn't want to go down it. Glad I'm going up it. There's the first Munro Scourmore. And then there's the last two, Avagin and Restartmore, I think. I'm probably wrong there. Yeah, it's the last two, so I'm hoping still to camp on there. Still looking like time wise I should make it. I just had to stop and have a drink and some fruit parcels. I just needed the bag off my shoulders for a second. This is sweaty work. I'm about to get going again, and I think I'm only about 70 metres of ascent from the summit, which doesn't sound much, but when it's almost vertical it's a lot. So look at this. Sorry, these deer flags have been annoying. Munro number 2, as long as this isn't a false summit. I don't think it is. Oh no, drop my phone. Still laid that a little. Thank goodness for that. Wow. There's number 3, 4 and 5, and back to 1. Oh, these are not easy Munros to buy. That's a lot of work. There seems to be a lot of flying ants around here, so I might move off a little bit. There's a bypass that goes past this mountain. I'm not sure what it's called, or if it's a corbett, or if it's anything really, but I'm much happier going past it, skirting around it, and heading up Ben Tarson. Making decent time, just trying to flies, man. Just trying to be a bit nippy here, still be careful, but try to move as fast as I can, because I'm trying to make that elusive sunset pitch for tonight. I think I'll make it anyway. It's whether I make it for actual sunset 8 PM, but fingers crossed, as I want to get those views. They look stunning from the pictures I've seen of other people, so here's hoping. But yeah, just following this nice little narrow path, cuts right across, and then it's just the pull up Ben Tarson. Looks a lot less bouldery than the last two, so I'm hoping that turns out to be the case. Nice to walk in some soft grass for a bit. I'm making the ascent up Ben Tarson now, but you can get a good look back at Munro's 1 and 2 and see what steep little buggers they are. That's where I skirted round, and now I'm heading up here. I don't think it should be too bad. That was a tiring slog. But I think that's it. It's the summit of Ben Tarson. There we I am pooped. Long day. I've still got a few hours to go to get to my desired campsite. So I'm going to stop, have something to eat, take on some liquid, and rest for a second, and then move on. Keep going. I got here 15 minutes before I kind of timed it, so there we go. Off the Ben Tarson. Looking glorious. Seems like the cloud is coming in, but at a low level. I might have a nice inversion tonight, as long as I'm up above the clouds before it comes all the way over here. So last objective is a virgin, and I've got to get down off of Ben Tarson. I sat for a good 10 minutes, had some water, a little bit of food, just rested, caught up with people back home, the missus, and yeah, just tried to rest, but these deer clags are doing my head in. Keep landing on us. You feel them crawling around on you, so you got to pick them up and flick them off. I've been trying to squeeze as many as I can. Horrible little things. Save them from the deer and from us. Anyway, so down this, and across that, and then drop down, and then reascend up a virgin. Thankfully, I don't think it's as tall as this. And then tomorrow, down off a virgin, over to Ruestat Moor, over there past those lochans, and then down and around. So this is what they call the tennis court, the nickname of it. It's fairly flat. A bit of funny angle. I wouldn't fancy playing tennis up here, especially not being a ball boy. Not enough to grab the ball. I've got a big height back up if it goes down. Anyway, I think I've got to go past a few of this little ridge here, and then drop down. It goes all the way down to 544 metres. It's quite a drop. There's a couple of little lock-ins, so I'll see if there's any water there. That's okay. Hopefully they're not too small, the lock-ins. I don't like it if it's too stale. And then yeah, get some cold water and dip this hat in some water too. There we go, the way down and then the way across. I'm starting to get the first views of how far I've got to drop down. It's making me a little bit upset, but let's take it a step at a time. So I'm down off Ben Tarson and heading towards a virgin. I found a lovely little like spring coming straight out of the ground just as I got off Ben Tarson, and so I was able to fill up my water. I've got plenty, but I just want to make sure I've got enough because this is a long route, and if tomorrow's anything to go by, or if today's anything to go by, tomorrow will be another hot one. I think it is due to be a little bit cooler, which would be lovely. But what's nice is there's a cloud inversion happening. So it looks like I'm going to get, I wish I'm going to get to go into the crag a little bit, the low-lying cloud. Hopefully that'll be nice and cool, and then make my way up and sit above the clouds. So I'm a little behind schedule, and the sun is starting to go down. I've only got about 30 minutes to get to the top, but that's the top. That is the top of the Vagin. Oh, I can't wait to get up there. I'm so tired. It's been such a hard day. I think this is one of the most physically demanding days I've had. I've done the Memorials over 2 days, where I did 2 in one day and 8 in the other. I did Glensheen 9 in 1 day in 12 hours. And I've done some other ones that have been pretty tough, but this is tough. This is hard. Terrain is unforgiving. It's relentless. There's so many ups and downs. It's just hard. I almost got to the summit of Vagin, and look at that cloud inversion. Oh, I think this is the summit there. There's the 3 I've already done today, and there's, you can make it out, but there's cloud pouring into the loch down there. Looks like a waterfall of cloud. That's amazing. I feel like for how hard this Munro is to get to, how remote it is, it should have the most incredible cairn, but I think it's going to have barely anything. Sure, that's what I've seen. Yeah, barely anything. I think this actually is the highest point. This has a bunch of stones, but that looks higher. So anyway, I head this down there where those deer are, and that's where I'm going to camp. And I'm going to look out over there. I did it. Not for sunset, but I did it. And I guess I can watch the sunrise. I'm tired. Sunrise tomorrow over there. But yeah, let's get down and set up camp. Morning. I've just been packing away my stuff. Got my sleeping bag and sleeping mat away, and gathered all the other bits. You know what it's like in a tent, and things scatter around. So it's about 5:20. I don't think sunrise is it yet. I'm going to try and get out and get everything packed away so I can make an early start. I think I've got about 7 miles to get back to the bike, and I've got to Bagaroo, Stackmore along the way, so one more pull up, which I'm not looking forward to, but my body does feel a lot better after a good night's sleep. I slept really well last night, and then it's just descent all the way, and then I've got to skirt the Corbett, but I don't think that'll be too bad. That's my mindset anyway. But I'll show you what it's like outside this morning. It's looking fairly clear. There is a cloud inversion, which is really nice. That's we packed up. Just a bag and the poles left. As always, have a little look around. Make sure you've left nothing. Leave no trace and all that. Honestly, some of the stories you see, people leaving tents and rubbish and tins and everything just scattered around. It's no wonder why it's such a fight for some areas in the UK to get freedom to roam, like we've got up in Scotland. Yeah, look at this beautiful place. Why would you want to leave your rubbish here? So all the rubbish I've had, I've created during the night. I take a little Ziploc bag, stick it in there, and just pack it out with me. It doesn't take much. It's pretty easy. So yeah, just be responsible. One last look at Vagin. Thank you for being a nightmare to get to, but absolutely beautiful views and a gorgeous spot to camp. Honestly, one of the best night's sleep I've had on a mountain before. So still and quiet. It's a little bit windy this morning, but that's fine. I'm happy with the cool breeze. So next on to Roost Moor. You can just see it, just that tiny little bump there. It's a bit of a drop down, and then back up, and then it's nothing but descent, and then round that Corbett in the distance, and back to the bike on the other side, and then up. Drop down to the Belach between Vagin and Roost Moor. It's a little bit to drop, but some steep bits off there. But this is it's a decent path and it's easy walking. So just try to save energy for that one last pull up, and then that'll be the 5 Fisherfield Munros done. And then it's the long walk out. Yeah, it's been a hard but good trip. But I'm looking forward to this last Munro and seeing what the views are like. And then I'm going to put the drone up, I think, when I get there. Get some nice views of this cloud inversion in the drone. I think that'll be spectacular. I kind of wanted to get underway this morning, so I didn't do it on the Vagin, but I'm conscious of I've still got like a 7-hour drive home, so after this we'll see how that all pans out. The path up Roost Moor, it's quite a steep one. Just put my poles away because a few times I've needed to use my hands to scramble up a little bit, so I don't think I'll need it once I get past this bit, but so that was a smart idea. So this is where I'm going. This is the path. It's quite steep, but it's not too bad. It's clear where I'm supposed to go. But look at these views. Back to Vagin. That's the way I came down. I don't know if you can pick up the path at the bottom there. That's stunning. That's me on the summit of Roost Moor. And what a glorious cloud inversion. I do feel like though I'm going to be descending back down into that, and I need to navigate through all that as well. There's the Corbett I need to go to and get round. There's a fair distance away. My bike is just on the other side of it, and then it's a long cycle out, so it's going to be a damp walk out, I think. But anyway, let's bag a stack more. There's a twig here. Done it. Fisherfield 5 completed. There's a Virgin. Ben Tarson. The one I can't pronounce. Mulach Corey Ferrara, something like that. Scourmore. Oh. Wow. There's Angelic poking out to the clouds. Benjerig Moor. I think that's that little peak there's Benjerig Beg. It's time to head off and head back in, well, down into the cloud. But I thought I'd give one last view to the top of Roostack Moor. Absolutely gorgeous up here. I know I'm going to get damp in this cloud, but hey, gotta get out. A long way to go, so just gonna crack on. It looks like I'm about to enter the cloud. I'm just right on the edge. It does look like it's been dropping a little bit because some of these smaller peaks like here and here have started to appear. So I'm not holding my breath, but yeah, it does feel like it's dropping a little bit. But I think I'm going to be engulfed in it in any second, and then there'll be a lot of navigation using the maps to get my way out of here. Anyway, I'll pick you up when I'm in the thick of it. I'm just picking my way between two lochans, and I'm sure by the map, once we're past the two lochans, a path appears that'll drop down into the glen. So we'll see. I'll hold out hope. But yeah, it's pretty pathless here. Just kind of picking my way through the drier spots. Seems to be a lot of water around this bit. So I finally found that path. Something a bit more substantial than what I've been on. I did find like almost like a stalker's path through there. And it was pretty good in parts, to be honest. There's a few times it disappeared. But I think this one should be better. This one drops right down into the glen and next to the river, so hopefully I made good time. Been marching on pretty well, so hopefully get down to the glen and get around that corbett as quick as possible and back to the bike. I've dropped down, not fully into the glen, but nearly. That's it, just down there. I'm making really good time. I really like descents. I can absolutely bash on descents. It just takes forever. Maybe it's the short legs, who knows. Maybe I like the gravity going downhill. But I've been able to absolutely fly down here, making really good, much better time than I expected, which is all going to help in the end. So I've broken it down into stages just to compartmentalise it as I head down. So I'll get myself to the river in the glen, and then skirt the corbett, grab my bike and get to the top. Like walk my bike up to the top of the pass, and then cycle down and get past the cows and then I'm back at the car. So I've been breaking it down so I can give myself little targets to achieve, and it doesn't feel insurmountable. Still a long way to go, but it's feeling more manageable now, especially with all this flat walking or descending. It's been so speedy coming off. Now that I've got this really good path, it's even better. So I skirted around the most of the core bit, which is just there. There's another building, not sure what its name is, but you have to cross this river. Thankfully there's a good pile of these stones here. You see up there as well. It's seriously deep down there. I don't mean seriously, like probably waist, chest high deep over there, which is where I kind of came out next to that tree. So thankfully I found this. So I'm just going to try and make my way across, and then head towards the building, and then there should be a good path after that. Should be, fingers crossed. Back to the bike, and then it's over the pass and hopefully freewheel it most of the way back to the car. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the bike, which means the hiking part, majority of the hiking part, because I'll have to push the bike up the hill a bit, is over. What a trek. See, still no burst tyres. Good. Right, I'm going to pack up and then get heading up the road, up the path, and get out of here. Whoever was camping here before has gone. It's a beautiful spot to camp though, but it does look like the cows come down here now and again. Plenty of cow parts everywhere. Anyway, very happy I've got the bike. Now to do the next 5 and a bit miles. Best get cracking. Right, well I've been pushing and cycling for a good like half an hour now. It's hard going. It's hard pushing something else as well. The bike gears keep skipping, so it's got to be flatter downhill. I need to get that sorted. But I'm almost at the top of the pass, so once I'm at the top of the pass, I'll be able to freewheel down a lot of it and get back to the car pretty quickly. So I reckon in 5-10 minutes I'll be at the top of the pass, and then I should be down in about 10-15 minutes after that, because it's all downhill from there. Just got to be aware of the cows. Anyway, so I just got past 2 bulls and a big pile of cows. I thankfully was able to cycle past them quite quickly, but I had to cycle through the stream, which I didn't do on the way over here because I wasn't sure how deep it was, but they were right in there, so I thought just go for it. Got through fine. So I think I'm able to cycle a bit more now. There's a little bit of a pull up, now I'm going to cycle, try and get back to the car soon. It's 10-15 minutes tops. I am knackered. It's been a long day already. I think it is 10 past 1 and I started about 20 to 7 this morning. So long day. Hopefully I get back to the car, get changed, and maybe by about 2 o'clock I'll be on my way home. I'm definitely stopping for some food. I'm starving. I'm going to have to just apologise to people around us because I'll be stinking. Only so much deodorant can mask, can't it? Anyway, I'll catch up with you through the gate. No more cows or bulls to deal with. That last section was fast. My brakes were screeching all the way down, but so happy to get out of the field, and the car is just slightly up the road a little bit. So I think I'll finish it here before finishing it at the car. Fantastic Munros, tough as nails to bag them. Terrain's hard, boggy, wet, but up high, quite nice to walk on, bouldery. sections. But I'd recommend doing them. Make sure you're fit. I thought I was fit. I've lost about 9 kilos since June. Been working on my fitness, trying to get a bit fitter and healthier, and figured that this would be the best time to give them a go. And I think I could have still been a little bit fitter. But I know you can do them in a couple. You can split them up, do 2 and 3, and I think that Charlie McCartney on YouTube, he did them like that. But I just fancy doing them as a round. But thank you if you've watched and you've stuck all the way through. I imagine it's going to be quite a long YouTube video, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and come with us on the next Munro bagging adventure. See you later.